Acting Deputy President, and I rise today to talk about an issue that is, to a degree, a little far removed from the work of this chamber, but something that is close to my own heart. And anyone who knows me, excuse me, knows that I have a strong association with the small European nation of Albania through family ties to that country. And it's that country I wish to speak about today, and some of the happenings and goings-on in that country over the last year or more. Now, the history of Albania, of course, is not a pretty one, particularly in the last 70 or 80 years, particularly with the reign of a fairly easily stated evil dictator, Enver Hoxha, and the communist regime that oppressed millions of people, and the stories that I've been told about the impact that that has had on the lives of people I've met and others who are related to them is nothing short of unbearable to listen to, something that reminds me again and again of how lucky we are in this country. But as a result of that period of oppression and the way in which people were oppressed and denied the right to vote, to have their say, to live where they wanted to take up the job they wished to take up, the system they have now, post the fall of communism in the mid-90s, is one that probably isn't what we're used to here in Australia, a system that can't withstand some of the pressures that smaller countries with younger democracies would easily fall to. So it's on that basis, and knowing some of the issues that they do have in that country, that I became very concerned when I saw some of the activity of a member of the diplomatic corps from another country, from the United States, posted to Albania. And I think anyone who has had any interaction with any member of the diplomatic corps from any country, anywhere in the world, understands the role of a diplomat. It is one to work on behalf of the country they represent in the country they are posted to, from head of mission down to the most junior administrative staff member. It's not to become involved in the political process or any judicial process. It's not to offer commentary on political issues of the day. It is to advocate for stronger relations between your home nation, in this case we're talking about the United States, and the nation to which you are posted and a representative of your home nation in this case, Albania. It's about forging stronger trade ties. It's about talking about security arrangements. It's about assisting fellow countrymen and women with visa and passport issues. It's those sorts of things. And as I say, anyone in this chamber, anyone who's ever had to deal with anyone from the diplomatic corps would understand that that is the work of an ambassador, a high commissioner, a counsellor, or anyone else in an embassy, which is why I find it passing strange that the US ambassador to Albania, Ambassador Yuri Kim, has taken it upon herself to offer commentary on the goings-on in that country. A country which, as I say, is fairly volatile when it comes to its political arrangements. There's often unrest, as we've seen in many European countries, around the outcome of elections and things that happen in between elections. And so it's even more important in a country like that, particularly when you're coming from a country that loves democracy, that is founded on freedoms and liberty, to respect those freedoms and liberties of the people in the country to which you are posted. And so when I see posts from Ambassador Kim reflecting on claims of intimidation of judges and prosecutors, somehow politically motivated, to pervert justice, to insist on impunity for the powerful, to drag Albania back to the past, they don't sound like the words of a diplomatic representative to me. They sound rather activist. And what's more, it's in a public forum. These are not communiques between a head of mission, a representative of a foreign government, and the government of that country. These are on Twitter. These are there for public consumption. And because they are the words of a head of mission of a significant, freedom-loving nation, they carry with it a degree of credibility. And there are a range of posts here. And the reason I raise this is because Albania, as I say, a country very close to my own heart, is a fragile country. It has a fragile democracy, and it's one that the people there, whichever side of the political divide they stand on, seek to protect. And so when you have representatives of nations coming in and making comments like that, from the platform of ambassador no less, it is something we need to be very concerned about. And I call that out today because I don't think it is right for other nations to interfere through diplomatic means in the affairs of another nation. There are appropriate channels for dealing with allegations of corruption and crime, and they should be used. And they should be used by the people within that country, not by diplomatic members of the diplomatic corps. Ambassador Kim's comments, as concerning as they are from as far away as we are here in Australia, earned the rebuke of a diplomatic colleague, the French ambassador to Albania, who made the point that we have to leave matters Albania to the Albanians, that it's not up to us to decide these matters. Her words in an interview with Euronews Albania were, and the ambassador's name I should add is Elizabeth Barsak, said that it's not up to foreign ambassadors to decide for Albanians, making the point very clear. It is up to those who are electors in that community to make that point. So I wanted to put on record today that these things being done, I suspect by a rogue diplomat rather than the US government, are being noticed. And I feel very strongly about it, and I hope it stops.